horse. Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white, trimmed with red and weighing in at 239 pounds. His professional record, 28 victories with 25 knockouts and only one loss. That fight is qualification to the man he faces tonight. He is the pride of Poland, now living and fighting out of the windy city, Chicago, Illinois. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Andrew and his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing red trimmed with gold and weighs 235 pounds. This 1988 Olympic silver medalist now has a professional record of 39 victories, 32 by KO with only one defeat. He is the pride and joy of Brooklyn, New York, a two-time world heavyweight champion and former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Riddick Big Daddy Bowe.
Don't take it, baby. Be in charge. Keep on. Do your work. Do your work. Andrew, Louis.
Boxers, you received your instructions in the dressing room. Anything below here is low. Anything below here is low. Okay? Let's keep your punches up. Obey my commands. Let's touch gloves. Have a good, clean fight. Let's touch gloves.
Riddick Bowe comes out of the mean streets of Brooklyn and rose to prominence. Andrew Golota rose from the mean streets of Warsaw.
Swift like that, you ought to retire.
In the early stages, both fighters, they are both looking for to establish the dominance of the left jab. Riddick Bowe went down this time to the body jabbing.
And Bowe consciously trying to double up on the jab. You saw earlier the tape piece that demonstrated how difficult that was for him in the first fight. No mystery to what Golota wants to do. He works off the jab as well.
Golota's summation of the first fight was, I destroyed his jab. The issue here is whether Riddick Bowe has put it together again.
A lot of people expected Bowe to come out firing and try to make an impression early on Golota. If so, he's trying to make a tactical impression. There is no immediate firestorm here.
Riddick Bowe is going down, even trying to throw a right hand to the body.
And there's a vicious left jab that landed flush for Golota.
Missing with right hands. This could be the beginning of the old stuff. Riddick Bowe want to stay in charge here. You got to make sure every right hand thrown connects.
Golota doubling the jab and jabbing right through Bowe's guard. They're tripling the jab, and the Polish-American contingent in the crowd already rising from their seats.
Andrew Golota is a lot better fighter moving backwards than he is coming forward. Riddick Bowe should move back a little bit. Let him come into his right hand. Since you can't find it reaching at him, let him come to you.
Bowe not yet really stepping forward and extending on the jab. Galata has been able to pop his as he does there. So far, round one of Bo Galata 2 looks a lot like round one of Bo Galata 1. Wild misses by Bo. Galata had a very precise round. Riddick Bowe tonight without the legendary Eddie Futch.
All right, now listen to me, Bo.
For the first time, Del Torrance, with the Q-tip behind his ear, is now the chief trainer.
When you throw your jab and pull back, you know, here come. I would just take that jab and keep that hand right in front of you, okay? When you use your jab, step in and don't pull away from those punches. When you jab with him. Jab with him. And keep your hands up as you walk to him, okay? Now you got to establish the jab. Establish the jab with the jab in the paint. But keep your hands up and do not pull back in the shot.
Has Galata again destroyed Bo's jab? Take a look. And there again. That was the same sequence. What I noticed, George, in the first round is that Bo, who is a naturally aggressive fighter, was trying to be more measured, and that he seemed a little uncomfortable or awkward in that stance.
That's true. And each time that Galata was able to land with that left jab, Bo was getting ready to throw a right hand.
In round one, by punch stat numbers, Andrew Galata landed almost twice as many punches as Riddick Bowe, 26-14. He was more accurate with the jab as well, although Bowe, to his credit, attempted 41 jabs in the first round.
Last time, Bo would land a left jab and then move his head back, and Galata would catch him on the counter. He's got to move his feet.
Galata landed his first left hook about 10 seconds ago. So far, Galata fighting a tactical fight at distance from Bowe, apparently confident that his longer reach and stiffer jab can give him the edge from out here. Hard power punches from Galata. Bowe goes down. Second time in his career that Bowe's been down, and he's wobbling badly. This was a good left-right combo by Galata. Plenty of time left in the round, and Galata looks as calm as an assassin as he steps back in.
And his first punch is to the body.
Bowe's not answering here.
Riddick Bowe doesn't know where he is.
And let's see if Galata can finish, George. You tell us about the techniques he'll use.
Well, he caught Riddick Bowe not prepared, but now when a guy knows you're going to knock him out, he has a tendency to cover up. And Galata has to be careful. Don't give him any courage by letting him land a good shot.
So far, Bowe hasn't been able to counter with anything. He's trying. He gets a left hand in there. Now a right hand for Bowe as he finds himself a little bit, but Galata wobbles him again. Galata to the body. Bowe finally holds on. Galata's landed a lot of leather here. If Riddick Bowe makes it out of the round, it'll be an act of Herculean courage. Galata again to the body. Hard right hand shot, and another. Bowe's taking a vicious storm of punishment. A left-hand counter landed for Bowe. He's not really sure what he's doing in there. He's just reaching and throwing.
Look here. No.
Eddie Cotton starts to talk to Galata about low blows, and this will save Riddick Bowe in round two.
I think he's taking a hit, but he's taking a point away from Galata for a headbutt. And he's giving Bowe a chance to revive.
Okay.
And there's a cut over or under Galata's eye. I'm not sure which, but Galata has a seemingly dangerous cut. I think it's on the left eye.
Galata was very smart. He went back to the body.
10 seconds left in the round.
I gave Galata a 2-point round because it was a 3-point round, and a point got taken away.
I was trying to tell you, the middle of the break. You cannot.
A sensational round. Where is the cut? It looks like it's in a bad place, right over the eye on the lid. Take a look at the knockdown. The punch landed high. You saw it landed almost on the scalp, George, above the ear.
He came back with that left hook, which he so often does.
Yeah, you pointed out, George, how Galata finishes every combination with the left hook.
He's well schooled. You always finish up and get yourself back in position with your left hook.
Eddie Futch said that Riddick Bowe is a lost cause. Is he? He comes out fighting.
He's no lost cause, but he's in there with one tough fighter.
Bowe landed a long right hand, which could start the bleeding on Galata's left eye again. Galata seems a little bit more tentative, perhaps worried about the effect of that cut.
This is where experience comes in. You've been in that shape before, fight your way out of it. Galata, he's picking up experience.
One thing is for sure, George, as Bowe lands another long right hand. Riddick Bowe might save himself with right hands and power punches here, but Galata has the longer, stiffer, better jab again.
Now Galata is starting to slow down, looking for one shot, too.
Good job, Phil. Listen up.
You see, he lands the left hook. He doesn't come back with his right hand. If he keeps the combinations up, believe me, he can get Riddick Bowe right back in that same condition.
Galata landed a low blow in there, and if he does that a few times, that could get him thinking some negative thoughts. Already, he's got to worry about the left eye.
And he's forgetting how to position himself away from Riddick Bowe's uppercut.
Let's go. Step back.
Bowe's making a nice little comeback at close quarters and getting inside Galata's jab. When they step back out at distance, Andrew dominates.
Why is Galata staying in so close, do you think, George?
And he's not doing it like he did the last time. He's allowing Riddick Bowe to come up with that uppercut.
Yeah, he's not turning sideways as effectively.
And he was so perfect last time. This time he's got to be more perfect with punching.
Blood all around Galata's left eye. Hard to tell whether it's damaging his vision at this point. Now he's starting to blink, and no question, Bowe is targeting the left eye with those looping overhand rights, and that's a good punch for Riddick.
Galata can only step back there and get his combinations back up. He can regain control of this fight.
But Galata's thought process doesn't seem to be as clear now as it was in the first two rounds. And Bowe is going to the power punches that might turn it around for him.
Galata is a good fighter, but Riddick Bowe is possibly the bravest fighter I've ever seen in the heavyweight division. Next to Muhammad Ali.
What makes you say that?
You knock him down, he's just seemed to forgotten all about it. Hey, I'm in control.
Hard left hand by Galata. Bowe lands a right. They fire away at each other. Unbelievable.
And Bowe can take credit for that round because of the extra conditioning that he put himself through.
You're all right. Listen to me. No. You're all right. You get out there and fight now. This is a championship. You throw the right hand. Throw the right hand.
The key man in Galata's corner is cut man Joe Souza. Right there. He's one of the best in the business.
This guy's ready to fall down. This guy's ready to go. One combination. Step him in. That'll be match. One combination. Put those combinations together. 1, 2. Right hands, left hooks. Understand me? You got to fight this bastard. When you get up off this tennis line, you fight.
This goes back to the first round. We're going to
Just go right back to the basics. It all happened because he was boxing Riddick Bowe.
Galata flirts with low blow danger again and lands a little counter left hook in there. Bowe, you saw, landing a hard right hand. Riddick comes to the body. Riddick Bowe fighting with a nothing-to-lose attitude now. He was almost gone on this evening, but now he's back in it big time. And Galata stumbles. Andrew Galata's never been knocked down, but he will be in a few seconds if this keeps up.
Riddick Bowe seems to be doing it all with overhand right.
Well, let's see if Galata has the stuff that Bowe had when he came back.
Bowe landed a vicious right-hand uppercut, the kind that he couldn't land in the first fight. Galata seems not fully in control of his senses here.
He's throwing a lot of punches below the belt, Galata is, and the referee seems to let it all alone.
Referee Eddie Cotton is 240 pounds. That's good, but he's never had a fight of this magnitude before. That's bad, and this is rapidly becoming like a Rocky movie.
Only Galata can
Low blows by Galata, and Eddie Cotton will pull him away. Excuse me, George.
You're right. It's time to warn him now. He let it all alone for a few rounds. Now the referee gives an honest-to-goodness warning.
And Galata rests on Cotton and got himself some rest.
And Bowe tried to end the fight with one sweeping right hand, and Galata ducked it. He can't stop himself.
Take your time. Take your time. You got it for 5 minutes. Take your time. Walk it off. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
A fighter who simply cannot stop himself from throwing low blows.
Stay in the corner. Stay in the corner. Stay in the corner.
Jim, this is rapidly becoming a 10-7 round because Riddick's winning a round. Galata's going to lose 1 point for the knockdown and 1 point for the low blow. Eddie Cotton just deducted a point for the low blow. So it's going to become a big 10-7 round for Riddick Bowe.
And the odd thing about it, however, is that it's giving Galata a chance to rest from the barrage. So it's paying off for him, except the quarter point. You can see in close. He wants to punch back. He doesn't move down to punch up. A body punch should be punched in an upward arc. He loops those punches.
Irony upon irony. Bowe got a rest when Cotton spoke to Galata about the intentional headbutt. Now Galata gets a rest as Cotton talks to Galata about low blows.
Riddick Bowe now should have a straight right hand. He wouldn't miss, but he keeps going over top.
Hard right hand lands for Galata as Bowe is missing with wide winging shots. Somebody said a heavyweight haggler Hearns. I think we've already had it.
One good fight.
Give me a sponge.
Drama, intensity. What next?
Any punches to the body. I want all straight punches. And goddamn it, step the jab in. No more body punches.
You got to go to the head with this guy. Uppercuts and go to the head with this guy. Straight right hands, you can't miss him. And come back with the left hook. That's all you got to do.
He's shot. He can't stand.
Let's watch the knockdown. Good right uppercut seemed to do the most damage. That hurt Galata. He's trying to hang in and goes down. Big right hand.
Seconds out. Seconds out.
There's the punch that did the most damage.
Seconds out.
And you heard from the corner of Galata, no more body punches. He should have had that instruction in July and he would have won the fight. But can he remember it in the heat of battle?
I don't think so. Galata only threw 8 jabs in that last round. And just quickly to recap, both fighters have been down. Bowe was down in the second. Galata was down in the fourth. Harold, how do you have it?
2 rounds apiece, but 37-35 in the all-important point scoring in favor of Riddick Bowe, because Andrew Galata has already lost 2 points from referee Eddie Cotton, taking away a point for the headbutt, a point for the low blow, and Riddick Bowe gets an extra point for the knockdown. Now, if he's taken 2 points already, and we're only in the 5th round, is Andrew Galata headed for another disqualification?
I have it 37-36 because I thought there was a 3-point round earlier with 1 point deducted in the knockdown round.
Riddick Bowe is tired.
And so is Galata.
And they both got a right to be.
Folks, this has nothing to do with anything except who can hit who harder.
And as much as Galata won the tactical battle in the first fight, I think the tactical battle is shifting Bowe's direction here, if he's going to be strong enough over the course of the fight to hold up, because, as you point out, George, he's breathing hard and looks exhausted.
That's true, and sometimes when you take that weight off incorrectly, these are some of the things that happen to you. You can be in control, the next thing you know, you're out of control.
Hard shots by Galata. Bowe is wasted again. That's a knockdown. That's another knockdown. Count has begun at ringside. Cotton gets Galata to the neutral corner.
Hey! Okay, Riddick, you have to go. Okay, you got 8. Let's go.
It is a very wobbly, glassy-eyed Bowe.
And Galata starts to the body and takes his time wisely. Couldn't finish him in round 2. Got another chance here. But now Galata looks tired. Switches to southpaw. That left hook might have done it. Galata throws a body punch, flirting with disaster.
The referee should make Riddick Bowe.
Bowe takes a hard left-hand shot. Galata misses again with the left that would have done it. Right hand lands for Galata. No room for Bowe to fall down. Ropes are holding him up.
Galata rubs Bowe in the face with his glove. He's flirting with being disqualified, and he doesn't have to do it like that.
And again, Bowe survives.
And I gave another 3-point round, this time to Galata. That was the punch that set up the knockdown. A very good straight right hand. You see that Bowe is already reeling around the ring, and the punch again on the top of the head, and here will come the knockdown. And this is the end of the round. Riddick Bowe has taken a lot of punches, big punches in the last few years. I don't know how long he can take this.
And tactically in round 5, Galata regained his senses and threw 35 jabs, landing 22 of them. That's what set up the assault.
And Bowe is going right to the ropes, so you wonder if how his legs are holding up, George.
Oh, I don't think there's much on Riddick Bowe holding up that well. Galata has got to go to the body, jab him to the body, and then bring his left hook back up, and he'll have a knockout.
Bowe looks defenseless for the moment. This is indeed a courageous performance by Bowe, who seems not to have any of his faculties as he stands in front of the menacing Galata. And now Eddie Cotton's going to warn Galata for rabbit punching. And incidentally, guys, Galata has not only that cut over his eye now, but he's got a cut on the left side of his lip that goes all the way through, from inside the mouth to outside. So Joe Souza is under enormous pressure between rounds to keep Galata in the fight.
Galata's jab is moving Bowe. That jab is moving a 235-pound man, George.
You know, Riddick Bowe is not moving his head at all. He bends down right into Galata's power.
Well, Galata's got a chance to pile up points here if he can avoid throwing low blows. And Bo is just looping wild shots, but he's coming back again. Intelligently, Bo leans all over Galata and gives him no room.
Bo seems, every time he throws a right hand, he just seems to foul out himself.
Galata threw another body punch, flirting with disaster again. Bo lands that long right hand, but doesn't have much on it.
Who's in better condition? Who wants it more?
At this point, Riddick Bowe punches they've got no sting on him at all. Galata, all he has to do is just stand up there to him and land 3 punches, and Riddick Bowe is on the floor.
But Galata dropped his right hand, and Bo almost nailed him with a wild left hook that would have changed the fight one more time. Just to be standing up in there, Riddick Bowe is showing a powerful force of will.
One good right hand by Riddick Bowe. Galata seems to sense there's no power on Riddick Bowe's right hand anymore.
Bo's mother, Dorothy, so disturbed by what she saw in their first meeting, isn't watching the fight tonight. That's a good thing. Southpaw again. They switch back.
They've done a very good job on Galata's eyes as well. They're not bleeding or bothering him.
And he landed a right cross in the closing seconds of the round, and I don't know what's keeping Bo on his feet.
And even if he survives this and should win, this may end his career, the punishment he's taking tonight. End his career as a top big-time heavyweight.
I want straight punches to the guy's head. I want you straight to the head. You hear? You got this guy ready to fall down. Make him fall. Turn him, turn him, turn him. Don't stand in front of him.
Andrew, stay in the center of the ring. Step around this man. Do not go back.
Come on.
Get control of yourself right now. Get control of your mind right now. You keep those hands up in front of you. You keep that jab hand going. You understand? I want to see doubles. I want to see double jabs. Right hand.
On the inside, make him work a little short uppercut. The guy is dead tired, you know, but he see you tired, okay? Okay? You okay? All right. All right, now this time, you got him.
Come on, your baby's over there howling. Come on, your baby's over there howling. Get out there and fight.
Is it already the 7th round? Amazing.
Riddick Bowe seemed to be taking control with his jab, but every time he throws a right hand, he seems to fall into Galata's power.
Bo getting something of a second wind here to begin round 7, although he still looks wobbly most of the time. Galata just missing short with the right hand. That's got to put Bo in trouble again. The second one of those right-handed shots landed flush. How much of this can Bo take?
Galata is very smart. He's not throwing a lot of power with those punches. He's just throwing them for the sake of connecting. And that's doing more trouble to Riddick Bowe than anything.
Yeah, it's keeping Riddick back on his heels. It's stopping him from mounting any offense of his own. And it's keeping Galata from having any blood problems with the cuts over his eye and under his mouth. Bo landed a counter shot there. Right hand and then a left too as Galata backed away. But basically this is target practice for Galata, who snaps Bo's head back again with the right hand. Hard right hand by Bo, and Galata takes it and answers with a combo.
Riddick Bowe is probably wondering, why am I so weak? I see it all, but I can't do anything about it. You lose weight improperly, it'll happen every time.
George, he trained for 3 months, but maybe he brought himself down a little bit too fine, overtrained. whatever the case, those punches aren't doing him any good.
And maybe
you can tell that he's in shape. He's just not able to do anything to protect himself.
Well, he started training camp at 282, lost 47 pounds, came all the way down to 235, did it in a relative hurry because he was proud that he was at fighting weight for a few weeks before this bout, but George, you say that's not all good.
No, you just got to make sure you got the right trainer. Eddie Futch being in that training camp could have made a lot of difference because you got to know when to tell a fellow lay off, lay off. He seems to have wanted this too badly.
If this fight goes 10 rounds, that'll be the biggest upset since Holyfield over Tyson. Is Bo playing possum? No, he's not.
I think that round could reasonably have been scored a 2-point round because Bo absorbed a terrible beating.
How you feel? I'll take it. I'm gonna put off the rope, Bo. How you feel? Okay? Now listen. If you don't show me something this round, I'm gonna stop. The guy ain't doing nothing, but you understand what I'm saying? Now take a deep breath.
Guy can't stand up.
Take a deep breath. Breathe. Now tell me what you're gonna do. You're gonna jab, right? You're gonna jab. You're gonna put straight right hands down.
You gotta stop.
Galata is relentless. He's in better shape. His head is clear. He's trying to get through Bo's defenses, taking his time, looking for one big shot. That almost was it. And in Bo's corner, they were saying to him, if you don't do something here, we'll stop the fight.
Believe me, they wouldn't do him an injustice.
You heard Bell Torrance saying, I'm going to stop it if you don't show me something. Harold, how you got it?
Jim, 5 rounds to 2, but only 65-63, Andrew Galata. The reason he's not ahead more on the points is because he lost those 2 points that Eddie Cotton took away. But still, 5 to 2, 65-63, Andrew Galata.
By punch stat numbers, round 7 was a brutal massacre. Galata landing 43 power shots to only 6 punches for Bo. And there it is again. Riddick's going to have to hope to get lucky and answer this with a haymaker, because when they start to box again, Galata has all the answers now.
I don't think that Riddick Bowe has another haymaker in his bag. It's seldom that you see heavyweights take that many shots without going down. So these are the kind of fights that damages a young man's career.
Bo's 29. Hard right hand. Galata ate 2 right hands there. But comes back with a brutal shot of his own.
Where did that come from? Where did Riddick Bowe find that?
Some reservoir of courage and will. This may well be the end of his career near the top of the heavyweight division, but he has shown you a lot of heart.
Riddick Bowe went downstairs this time, maybe accidentally, maybe not.
And Galata was right there on the belt line again. Mostly he's staying upstairs because it's so easy. He fires a left cross out of the southpaw stance and then eats a jab, and it snaps his head back. Again, it looks like Rocky in there.
Galata does so much better when he throws little short punches without too much power on them. He never can miss. But when he throws the big shots, he seems to miss and give Bowe more courage.
He's doing some damage out of that southpaw stance, George. He's landed the left cross twice out of the southpaw stance. Now as he sets the punch, Riddick Bowe gets in a couple.
The referee is looking really good at Riddick Bowe now.
Remember, Riddick Bowe had 3 hard fights against Evander Holyfield. He's had other fights that he won in which he absorbed a lot of punishment. Sometimes a fighter is old when he's 29.
Well, if you're in Bowe's camp and you're looking for some sign of encouragement, here it is. Bowe's gone more than 8 rounds 4 times in his career. Galata only once, and Galata has in the past shown a tendency to tire down the stretch.
You got the guy to go on.
Through your nose and blow it out your mouth. Come on, fill up your lungs.
You got the guy to
Keep
go
your
on.
arms down off the rope. Keep your arms down off the rope.
Okay.
So, this guy's dead tired, but you gotta show him something, okay? Just take a deep breath. Give me a deep breath.
Calm down, baby. Relax.
Give me a deep breath.
See more double jabs. Good, strong. You got to step into it. You can't lay it in. Step in with the jab. Right hand behind it. This is the 9th round coming up. We got 2 rounds. You got to pick it up now.
Andrew, you got to snap your jab. Let me see that strength you got now. You're the strength.
And just with the left hand, okay? Hands up.
Let me see the jab right.
There's Rock Newman, Bo's manager, seated in the 2nd row, pretty close to ringside, trying to get some signals to Riddick through some of the delays earlier in the fight. Now just watching and hoping.
Wipe that corner up. Get the wipe that corner up.
Round 9 of a scheduled 10. Less than 6 minutes to go. It's been an unbelievable war.
Riddick Bowe's body seems to have been the only thing that's whipping him. This body just doesn't know how to control this 235 pounds.
Bo still got some quickness.
Yeah, but he's knocking himself out with those big right hands when he misses.
What a job Joe Souza has done with Galata's 2 cuts. If Andrew wins the fight, Souza's one of the heroes. Now Galata goes to war in the corner just above us, trying to put Bo in George Foreman's lap.
He almost did. Galata's doing right to measure Riddick Bowe.
Vicious right hand.
Don't try to do it with one shot. Do it with an accumulation of little shots.
Problem is he can't go to the body, George. He doesn't dare. Galata slips as he tries to throw there and just pops Bo with a couple little shots inside and lands another solid right. And Riddick Bowe shows unbelievable guts.
Good body punch. Now that was not low and it hurt Riddick Bowe.
Counter right landed for Bo, and Galata backs up and stops punching. Still more than a minute to go in the night. Trouble for Bo now. If he somehow manages to hurt Galata, he might not even know it.
This is one of those fights that speaks for itself.
Now the blood streaming from the cut above Galata's left eye.
Galata got hurt that time. Riddick Bowe doesn't even seem to know it.
It'll be interesting to see if Bell Torrance would stop it after this round, or if he'll let his man go out for the 10th. Bo hasn't shown much in this particular round.
When you get to this point of a fight, it's not about what you see outside, it's about what they have inside.
The referee is deciding not to even bring in those low shots now. He's not even talking about them. He's allowing them to throw low if they happen to do it.
Stop punching.
Two exhausted warriors. Bloody, sweaty, hurt. What else is there, George?
Boy, this is the pain.
Semi-conscious.
Low blows, and down goes Bo again.
Yeah, this hit.
And Cotton is not thinking disqualification.
He's calling the fight over.
That's it.
He's
He
calling
is
the
thinking disqualification.
He's disqualified Galata again.
Yeah, that's right to do this now. That's right.
No, he's deducting points. He didn't stop the fight. He's deducting points.
Larry Hazard came into the ring and told Cotton to take a point. What's going on here?
Well, they might think that's the end of the fight.
He disqualified
He
him.
did disqualify him?
The fight is over. Another disqualification.
And it's right. This guy didn't have to go down there. And you can't protect where he's hitting. He's hitting beside that cup. The cup is not protecting where he's throwing.
I think this fight might knock out both fighters.
Unbelievable.
Galata whipped Riddick Bowe this time hands down. And why do you have to go down? Why do you have to head?
He can't stop himself,
No,
George.
he couldn't stop. That's not deliberate, George.
It was deliberate, Larry.
No, I don't believe that for a moment. I don't believe it for a
Yeah.
moment. I just think
His corner told him, don't go to the body anymore.
And he
okay?
couldn't- and he
so
just-
why do you go to the body unless you're deliberately trying to do something?
because he's hurt and he can't think. And
Fighting on
trying to
instinct.
punch.
Yeah, but you're going to have to think about that when the referee's warned you several times.
Very good, Eddie.
Riddick Bowe
Nothing, you're right.
Riddick Bowe got whipped.
Galata didn't get the same patience out of Wayne Kelly, or out of Eddie Cotton that he got out of Wayne Kelly in New York.
Look at that. Over and over. And Larry, you can't say these are accidents. You just got to forget that.
enforce the rules. You don't have
One,
to
two,
You warned them.
one shot is an accident.
He
Two,
butted him with his head.
and the referee tried his best not to call a few of them early on.
He butted him with his head. And he says, hey, the guy was...
Galata may be the best fighter in the world today who can't win a fight honestly. He beat Riddick Bowe, and I believe he could whip any fighter if he's given an opportunity in the ring.
Harold Letterman in New York, Wayne Kelly elected to warn twice, took 3 points away, and finally disqualified Galata on the 6th citation for low blows. What happened here?
Jim, let me tell you something. Eddie Cotton disqualified Andrew Galata after he took away the 3rd point. The same as Wayne Kelly did. And I told you it was going to happen after he took away the 2nd point. Referees will go 3 points, and you're out of there. And that's all there is to it. He took away a point in round 2 from Andrew Galata for a headbutt. He took a point away in round 4 for a low blow. He took a point away in round 9 for a low blow, and Andrew Galata is out of there. Referees will not generally go beyond 3 points deducted.
So the deducted point for the headbutt figures into the disqualification for low blows.
3 points were deducted.
All right, let's go to Michael Buffer.
Calls a halt to the bout. It ends at 2:58 of round number 9. The winner by disqualification, Riddick Big Daddy Bowe. Once again, the referee had to call a disqualification in this bout after repeated low blows. 2:58, round number 9.
Can you believe everything is nice? No one is getting excited. Rock Newman even behaved himself.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, we do need to clear the aisle. Security, please.
And as doctors continue to look at Riddick Bowe in the ring, after the fearsome beating he took for 9 rounds, let's take a look back at this incredible war. In round 1, Galata put Riddick Bowe down. In round 4, Bowe answered and put Galata on the canvas. And as Harold Letterman pointed out, there had already been penalty points assessed to Galata by this time. In round 5, Galata put Bowe down again with this vicious assault against the ropes, but then couldn't finish him. And then the action at the end of the fight, as a thoroughly beaten Bowe was chased around the ring by Galata. Galata unable to curb his tendency to throw low blows there. The disqualification by referee Eddie Cotton, working in his first match ever at this level of the sport. And quickly, let's look at what was on the